Hello, pile 2. Yes. This is mm, this is the new moon in Gemini card with communication is key. I was lost thinking of um the fact that I stopped the other video, and this is a new video, and I will have to upload them together because it is my first video on this channel. So that's why I made that pause. Anyway, this is the card you chose. Communication is key. New moon in Gemini. Um, Obviously, this makes me think that communication, more communication, or changing communication might be the solution to the problem we currently have. With new moon in Gemini, it makes me think that it's something that it hasn't been talked about before. It's a new subject, something new appeared that people don't know how to handle. Um, and with the Gemini is about, in mythology, as far as I'm aware, about a pair of siblings, yeah, who do care for each other pretty a lot. Um, might be an issue between siblings or two aspects of yourself, because as you can see, this is a this is a mirror of sorts to me. Um, I will get to the other card soon. I need to think if there is something I didn't say about this. Two more messages regarding this. One of them is kind of cheeky, and the other one makes sense. As I was saying, the Gemini is related to like love of siblings, and this makes me think of family. And it will be good to think of what you're grateful for regarding um, your family, siblings, or what you're grateful for that other parts of yourself did, that you did. And the other message was that someone is flirting with you. This is one of the interpretations of the card that always sticks out to me. Take it if it resonates, don't take it if it doesn't. But with the Gemini, this points to something that is not that serious now. It can become serious, obviously, but it feels like, yeah, it feels like a crush, the start of a crush, especially with new moon in Gemini. It's playful, and um what you might like is the way they communicate or the way they think, because Gemini is related to intellect, even overthinking, and communication. Yeah, sometimes people like to think of gossip. You might like the way they gossip. This is very insane for me, I feel to say. During a reading, you might connect over gossip. Yeah. I feel like it needed to be said. You might like that. This is kind of insane to me. They are both Leo. One is the new moon in Leo, the other one is the full moon in Leo. Um, Leo might be significant. You might be a Leo. I've never before pulled so much Leo, because one of the Leo cards was this one. Uh, was in uh, the other pile. Mm, with this pile, the other pile was, I'd say, more about creativity and daily tasks. I feel like this one, yeah, it's about communication and maybe like-hearted crushes. With confidence is your key to success. Success. I'm sorry, English is not my first language. With that, I feel like not not being confident in what you say might cost you. It might delay the resolution of the problem. Being afraid to say something and not saying anything can lead to more um, miscommunication. Um, so that's something you should look out for. The don't let pride get in your way. In this situation, makes me think like let the say your truth and also let the other person speak their truth and think about how you can integrate those. Especially with these two Leo cards, it's been a journey thinking about how to talk about both of them without something like I'm contradicting myself on my first tarot video. Okay, compared to pile one, this tarot cards um um they showed up to me quite fast. They fell out of the deck quite fast. With the other pile, I struggled with like 5 cards falling at once, and I had to reshuffle. The knights make me think of the fact that um you two or the people involved in the communication issue, you are really trying to resolve this quickly, and you will manage to. Um, I think there is an issue here regarding emotions. There's something that hasn't been addressed regarding emotions. You can't figure it out, and this may make things not not be as speedy as you'd want to. I think this has a potential of resolving fast, but there is an element, something that you haven't figured out regarding emotion. Sounds so silly. Um, the word here, the word, my hand, the word, um, reminded me of something else I can say about these two cards because I was kind of confused. The word represents completion. My bad. Completion of a cycle, you know? So this points to the problem being resolved. This to it being resolved fast. This also makes me think of like we got a new moon and the full moon, which is like start of a cycle and end of a cycle. And while I was shuffling for the tarot card, I realized, oh shit, I said something about siblings here, about mirroring. Um, this makes me think that even more that it's about siblings or two parts of yourself. I think two parts of yourself makes even more sense. Like that seem opposite but kind of the same, you see, because we have the new moon in Leo, then the full moon in Leo. So I do think it is about integrating two parts of the self, um or trying to find a resolution. If it's about two people, I'd say that they are pretty similar, you know, with the siblings interpretation here. But there's an issue that makes communication complicated or makes things not be resolved as fast as they usually be, and I do think that is regarding to emotion, figuring out what someone feels. that will be important. I think that will lead to a resolution. Thinking if there is something else I could say about these cards. Um, the Knight of Swords is, yes, the fastest card there is, and the Knight of Cups is not that fast. The Knight of Cups, um, I'd say, Cups makes me think of emotions. Knight of Cups makes me think like a crush. It makes me think of that thing I mentioned before of you having a crush. Um, these two also look similar to me. This definitely makes me think of like some sibling energy or two parts of yourself. Especially here the knight, yes, pretty fast, and this Knight of Cups um looks kind of peaceful. You know, they are facing each other. They are also facing each other, but one of them has their eyes closed. Someone might know more than the other person, um, or part of the self. With the analogy with the parts of the self, I think this would be hard to explain. What the fuck does this mean? Um, um, the word, the word is in the middle. Should realize now. This might be about how you two perceive the world and like community issues, societal issues. The word makes me think of global, universal. So it might be related to that. It did from the first thing. It did make me think, oh, is this about like queer issues? Can this be about queer issues? But I was like, nah, I'm not gonna say that because I might be projecting. I'm trying really hard to make sure am I not projecting in these videos. So I laid it down. I put it aside. My bad. I put it aside. I was like, nope, I'm not gonna mention it. But with the word here and made me think of global, universal, then I think I can mention it, that being an issue. But it can be anything. Um, regarding how the world works, stuff like that. This is gonna be the end of pile 2. So bye guys. I'll see you soon. Hello, pile 3. Tree. um, you got full moon in Aries, a fiery climax approaches. Um, I want to say because you got Aries, this makes me think of an Aries person that is accomplished in some way, or is accomplished, not accomplished as in oh has a lot of money, accomplished. I mean, has an achievement that is important to them in one or multiple spheres. Here with the full moon in Aries, um, a fiery climax approaches might point because I mentioned this, um, reaching a goal, an achievement, um, that might be close. A fiery climax, to me, fiery, it can be good, can be bad. I'd say most resolutions, most solutions are both good and bad, but sometimes it's more good or more bad. To me, fiery means it can be neither more good or more bad. I'd say more likely that it's good. Because Aries is a pretty, I'd say, positive card. It represents positive things that our society likes. It's generally seen as positive. So I will say that this will work in your favor, especially since I mentioned achievements. So more points to this being overall positive. Yes. This card, the full moon in Aries. I'm gonna sound so dumb. I don't know if this is Jupiter or not, but the colors do make me think of Jupiter. So I do wonder if Jupiter is significant. Jupiter is the biggest planet of our solar system. So this to me makes me think that it is an important the achievement that is close by is related to something important in your life that maybe you've wanted to do for quite some time. mm, Jupiter might be a significant planet, and then like shit. Let me think of the planets associated with Jupiter. All I can think about right now is Sagittarius. So keep Sagittarius in mind. Someone might be Sagittarius. Jupiter is also the planet of luck and easygoingness, which is kind of in con- um it's not very Aries y. I think what's gonna happen is gonna be exciting, a lot of emotions, but you're close and it's until you reach said thing, you're not gonna go through a lot of trials and tribulations, I'd say. Okay, this is one of the insane things that happened to me with all the posts till now. So I said you're gonna achieve something, and then I get nothing will come of this situation, and a new start is coming. Wait a minute. What I'm about to say, Jesus Almighty. Um, this does point to destruction. I do see this as the Tower card. The fact that I think that is good for you is gonna sound so insane. Like, yeah, see, nothing will come of this situation, but a new start is coming. I see good things coming your way after the destruction happens. The fire climax does point to a destruction happening of something, a system, a relationship. God, I don't know. Um, I was gonna say this is not what you want, but it can definitely be what you want. I think I can um I can see the positive, um especially with destruction. Now it makes sense. Oh shit, this is why there's a fire climax here. This card is like, this motherfucker is like my I hate this card because I kept getting it um with one of my FPs. I kept getting this shit again and again, and I do see it as a tower because when I saw this, I also saw the tower card, but also because like nothing will come of this situation. Void, of course, moon. It makes me think of nothingness, and the tower is not really nothingness. The tower is destruction, but after the destruction, there's really like that nothingness. So that's how I see them as being related. Shit, hold on, I'm insane. Oh my god, I'm insane. So I was reading something from the book regarding this because I was like, I don't want to miss any interpretations. I've used this cards for some time, but still, I want to make sure I'm not missing any interpretations. And it mentions a new start. Something better might come around the corner. We have a new start is coming. And this void of course moon, you have to wait for the another sign. The moon doesn't make any connections with any of the planets, so you need to wait for another sign, whatever the fuck that means. The new sign would be Aries, and Aries is literally beginning. Aries is it's funny because the full moon full is completion, but Aries is new. Aries new good, new good. Oh my god, yeah, this points to a new start coming your way, something exciting, but also like this destruction will be something else. Oh my god.